I don't know who needs to hear this, but you do not need to earn rest. As you can probably tell by my voice right now, I'm sick. I've been sick for the past week, and I've been having a pretty hard time internalizing that phrase. As I was trying to prioritize just rest and giving my body a break because it was quite literally screaming at me, I couldn't fully actually relax. Like, I was constantly feeling like I wasn't productive enough, that I was constantly behind on things. And even though I gave my body some time to rest, my mind was constantly running on high and constantly trying to think of ways and things I can do to compensate for this off time. It almost made it feel like rest was optional and I was being super risky by like resting and giving my body a break. And since when did that happen? When has rest become a luxury? Like, when has, especially when it comes to your health, like, we're not talking just, which is a problem in itself, like the fact that a lot of people cannot fully relax because they always feel like they need to brace for something or like chase after something, but especially when your health is already screaming at you. Like, when has rest become such a luxury? Of course, you could argue that to be like a productive member of society, like, you have to contribute something, you have to be something, you have to be productive. But that's one role that you have in life, and you play a lot of roles in life. But once these roles are stripped from you, are you worthless? Are you only worthy when you work? Are you only of value when you're productive? And these are really hard-hitting questions. And like, it hit me as well. And this is a very, very, very common thing. Like, everyone that I speak to, because obviously this is also like the season, like it's the winter season and a lot of people are getting sick. And I do feel like, speaking of the holiday season, a lot of people have extra pressures on them because, you know, again, maybe you have responsibilities during that season. There are people you want to see or have to see. There are just things you want to do. You know, like, it puts a lot of pressure on people because, again, within that, you're again playing a role. Like, maybe you're a sister, a mother, a friend, you know, whatever. At work, you're an employee, like, you might do other things. Like, you always like have these roles, and they're legit, like, they're not like imagined, they're not wrong constructs, but we're over identifying with these roles to a point where we're not a person anymore outside of these roles. I think that's what makes it so hard to just rest, because being sick strips you of all of these things, because all of a sudden all of these things that you were just kind of automized to do and you're just used to doing, whether it's work or caring for your family or being there for your friends or whatever it is, you can't do anymore the same way that you did before. Your body is demanding something from you. It's just inside of you. It's no one else demanding anything from you. It's not a role, it's just you. And I think it's pretty detrimental that that is not enough for us to prioritize ourselves for a second. While, of course, when you're employed, you're being of value to your company, you're being of value to society. When you are a sister, a daughter, a mother, whatever, you're being of value to your family. When you're a friend, you're being of value as a friend. But there's, again, something that gets stripped away when you're sick, because it's just you and your misery. And you need to love yourself enough to just accept your value as you are in that moment, and that will make it okay to rest. It doesn't aim for recognition or approval from something else, someone else. It's just you needing that as just you exist in your existence. And I know the whole concept of self-love sometimes is a little, I don't want to say difficult to grasp. I don't think it's like a new concept. I don't think it's but I do think sometimes it's maybe overcomplicated. And I think love, in this sense, in like what I'm trying to say, is an action. Like, self-love in this case, like letting your body rest when you need it, doesn't mean that you have to love every second of it. Like, you don't have to enjoy it. It doesn't have to be fun. It doesn't even have to feel great, but you just have to do it for the sake of the love that you want to practice for yourself. It's the effort that counts. The same way you would care for someone else that you love, or a pet that you love, like whatever it is. Like, it doesn't always feel super convenient. It's not fun necessarily to do so, but you do that out of the commitment and the duty that you feel towards that bond and love that you have for that person or pet. or whatever, your plant. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like, care comes in a lot of forms. And that's what I mean with self-love. It's just the effort that you make towards yourself for the sake of yourself. And also think about it, of course, the whole idea of like selflessness, and I hear people all of the time talking about, well, I'd rather go to work than like put that pressure on other people, or I would rather show up for others than have them be disappointed in me. Okay, but then you are stripping away you in all of that. You don't want to be a robot. Like, if you actually want to show up for other people, like genuinely and authentically, like, you have to show up for yourself too. Like, you have to be a whole person and like extend that towards others. Giving from an empty cup is never a great idea. Like, you will literally run yourself dry very, very, very fast. My brain is a little mushy right now, but I did want to use this state of being sick and extend my thoughts and issues that I saw with the troubles that is like the troubles that are so normalized that we have with just resting for the sake of resting and prioritizing our own health over productivity and other things. Because as common as it is, I don't think it's normal or healthy. You're more than the roles you play in people's lives. You're more than the employee in your company. You have worth inherent within you, and you don't need to earn your rest. You deserve it by design, especially when your health is screaming at you. And if you're still working on extending that love towards yourself and that care towards yourself, then let this be your sign, and let me tell you that you deserve to rest. Okay? Take the time that you need, especially in this season that requires a lot from a lot of people. Take this time to rest and care for yourself so that you can also show up fully and healthily for others, okay? Prioritize your health and take care of yourself this season, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye!
Dragged by my feet and pulled up by the moonlight, lungs filled with whole pants caught up in a riptide.